What up, what up, what up? We are live, coming at you remote style, PFC 294, Premier League Matchday 37 review. It's almost over, guys. It's almost over. A lot of big stories this weekend. Massive outcomes for two clubs. We'll get into that later in the show. Let's give the league the respect it deserves. Let's talk about the top two clubs. Well, one of the top two clubs. We'll open up with Newcastle 2, Liverpool 3. Getting it done. Desperate. Hustle. Fight. Bus, you must be like over the moon.
I am. Everyone talks about how if Liverpool don't win the league or Champions League, this whole season was a waste.
It is a waste.
To a point, yes. But it just so happens that they're facing the team that'll have the second most points ever, while Liverpool will have the third most points ever in this league. And to
Tough
think
shit,
that,
not enough.
To have the third most points ever and not win a league, that's insane. I mean, if they finish out, they'll have 7 more points or so, more than any United team ever. I mean,
calm down, bro. Why don't you calm down?
I feel like this is
it's
a
title.
beatdown. It's a 2v1 tonight.
It's almost
It's
as
a
good as a
2v1.
title.
I gotta get the hands up quick. I gotta get them out.
For what?
But no, it's weird. It's it's almost like a mirage. It's I'm super happy, but yet I'm not happy at all at the same time. So I think there's a difference. I think people have a problem with words where they can't separate being proud and being satisfied. So at the end of the season, let's say Liverpool went out. Let's say Man City went out. Man City has the second most points in the league. Liverpool have the third most points in the league ever in the history. So what I'm saying is, would Liverpool be satisfied? No. Should they be proud of themselves?
Of course.
Yes. And
How could you not be, man?
What are you setting us up for? Moral victory here?
No, victory.
No,
Exactly.
like, this is ours. I'm all in.
No, I'm not.
Look.
It's just like since we've always talked about since the actual name of Premier League happened, Liverpool has done nothing in the league. Well, I shouldn't say nothing in the league, but I'm saying they haven't
before
won
that
it.
too. A couple years before that.
And they definitely had the slip. They definitely had a few other things. and even like this year, it's like the luck. Where is the luck for this team? It's like they gained the third most points ever in the league.
Where's the luck? Where's the luck? Look at
I'm saying is
Everton.
No, what I'm saying is where's the luck as in they might have the chance of getting the third most ever in this league. Or actually if Man City drop out, it'll be the second most ever. But like they have the team that's gonna get the second most ever?
Yeah,
like, of the chances.
I would say you guys have about 9 points off just bullshit fucking calls. And I'm not talking like luck specifically. I'm talking like VAR offsides. I think you guys have 5 or 6 offside goals this year.
The Origi goal at Everton versus Derby off the
errors and
crossbar.
mistakes.
Man City has 6 points off of like 13 millimeters.
Yeah, but like the ball went in, you know what I mean? Like it's 13 millimeters, but like technology says it went in. Whereas you guys, the refs don't have that technology. So basically, and I'm not like blaming Liverpool. Like, okay, you got an offside goal. Like this is a competition. Like that's not Liverpool's fault. What I'm saying is you got to look at that other side of the coin too. You're unlucky, third most points tally ever, and you might not get a title. That is unlucky. But like, should you even be at that third most if there was VAR? Who knows, man? Who knows?
Well, I'm sure.
Man, if Mahrez puts a penalty in against Man City in the last minute, then this is a much more open race or much more closed race.
I hate the if game. Playing the if game.
No, I'm just hey, that's just adding to your luck, man. You know, like Mahrez is bullseye from the penalty. He misses against Liverpool. Okay. You know, the crazy bounce that Liverpool has been getting this year. Shaqiri, 2 deflected goals against United.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's ridiculous, man.
It was crazy, dude. But, like, you know what? Liverpool
it's meant to be. It's got the meant to be feeling of, like, a team that deserves to win the title. Like, every time a team wins a title, it's all these moments. These characteristic, you dig deep, you get lucky, bounce of good fortune all the time. And Liverpool, if it wasn't for Man City, dude, Liverpool would be laughing right now. Thank God they're not.
Absolutely. And, like, this is why people came to hate United, because United was in this Man City Liverpool position by themselves most of the time. You know, obviously every once in a while there'd be a challenger, be it Arsenal in the early 2000s, and then it became Chelsea, and then City. Liverpool never really had their shine. But like that's what happens when you're a dominant team. These calls tend to go your side, and if you have a strong, aggressive, influential manager, like Fergie was, or in this case, like Klopp is, who's a very big character, loved by the media. Sometimes that helps, man. You get that extra minute of extra time, or you get that call when you shouldn't. All these influences. Like Al's saying, man, this is a championship run. If it wasn't for Man City, you'd say, like, look, this is Liverpool on a championship run. They got all the luck. They beat, we haven't even gotten into this game yet. They beat Newcastle 3-2, and Newcastle that's usually doesn't give up a lot of goals, man. Benitez's team doesn't give up a lot of goals. They don't score a lot of goals, which has been their problem this year. But they're very organized. And in this game, they give up 3 against Liverpool, which, if you're an outsider, you're like, well, it's Liverpool. Liverpool are good.
Set pieces.
Set pieces,
man. How do you leave Virgil van Dijk? You double team that guy. He's the size of a house.
Dude.
Skyscraper. It was a clinical header too, man. Down to the ground. Beautiful
Perfect.
header.
It was literally
textbook. But, dude, I think Lascelles slipped.
Yeah.
Trying to mark him. But
he could have put that in with
wide open.
Dude, the commentator literally said it. It was like, that's a training ground goal. Like, literally, that's a goal you score when, like, you don't have anyone defending against you. You're working on creative offensive set pieces. You're like, all right, this is where you run. We're not going to have defenders yet, so you guys can figure out your runs. It was the easiest header. Even his jump was, like, just so casual, just nice and perfect jump, snaps it down. Like, I was like, all right, Newcastle, you guys are not about it today.
Well, I think that this game was a great telling tale of Virgil van Dijk, where he got the goal, and the third goal we'll get into, but he was the one that really
made that happen.
Yeah. He definitely had a hand on it, even though he didn't get the assist or the goal. But also, to say that Newcastle scored 2 goals against Liverpool, it's almost like your jaw's going to the ground. Like, what? Yep. That's really happening, and that's the point I'm making. Where Virgil, 3, 4, or 5 years ago, when they're going for the title, where they lost to or tied to Crystal Palace, I think it was.
Yeah,
that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking, but it was like, well, the defense sucks. Yep. But this one, where it's like 2-2, how is this even happening? Your mind's blowing up. It's like, how is this happening? That's the emphasis I'm saying with Virgil van Dijk, where. I'm just going to go into him getting the Play of the Year award and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It was like, for anyone that chose Sterling over Virgil, I don't get it. Look, I understand that maybe the title, the team that has that's going to win the title needs somebody in the race. I don't think he should win, because I think Man City is a better team. Overall team with depth and everything. Liverpool has the best player in the league. It is Virgil van Dijk. It's a clear case for me.
Look, for you it is. I think it's still debatable, and you're not crazy. I think you have a very large, contingent on your side. But like, I think Sterling as well deserves to be in that conversation, man. Especially because this is not City's first year doing this. Sure, you can give the credit to and say, okay, he's on Man City. It's a better team, blah 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 on paper. But like you said, House, you guys have the 3rd most points total in EPL history. Like, you're not a bum team either. You just happen to have a team that's slightly better than you guys. And I say slightly, like literally like slightly better. Not by much. I think out of 10
1 point.
Games, out of 10 games,
points.
I think you guys would probably split them 5-5, So,
okay.
But Sterling, the difference with Sterling is that he's had so much pressure as he's developed as a player, man. Like, as soon as
he's put some of that pressure on him.
No, he didn't, dude.
Yes, he did. With Liverpool going to Man City, he put that on him.
No, that was Brendan Rodgers and the Liverpool media. Basically,
that was Sterling holding out on a contract.
Yeah, because he wanted more money. He said,
so he put that pressure on himself.
No, just ride the contract. So you asking for promotion is you being up and you stepping out of line. That's bullshit. He knew his value, and he said, hey, Liverpool, I want X. And Liverpool said, no, we're not paying you that. Then they started saying, stop being greedy, Sterling. And then the whole fucking Liverpool fans got on his case. But he was like, I'm worth that much. And what does he do? He goes to Man City, and he doesn't take a step back. He takes a step forward, and he improves. And he's been improving year over year. I think that was horrible business by Liverpool. You guys should have swallowed your pride and paid this man. Because you put this guy and Salah on the same team. Maybe you don't pick up money. Maybe you do. Firmino, like Coutinho, you've won the league before now.
I don't know if we won the league with
absolutely. The slip, you guys were close. You guys had a team. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you were this you needed pieces there. But like if you had a dynamo like Sterling and Salah on the same team,
Sterling was on the team with the slip.
I know, but I'm saying like if he had stayed on the team,
Oh, okay. No. Look,
take a step back. You know what I mean?
would
Like,
Liverpool be better with Sterling on it right now? Yes, of course. It was just the emphasis of paying was it 19 or 20-year-old at the time was 150,000 a year. What I'm saying is that's them trying to make sure the books stay down. Kind of like with the De Gea situation right now, where if you give one person that, especially a young 20-year-old, wherever his age was, you're going to have to pay all the other guys more money, and they just didn't want to do that.
That's what United is offering. Rashford, I think, wants like 300, and they're like, "No, dude, we'll give you 150." You know what I mean? Like, so they understand his talent, and they want to give him that 150 that Sterling was asking for. But obviously, you know, that's history, guys. We won't dig that up too much. But all I was saying was, look, you're a Virgil van Dijk dude. I'm sure a lot of people are Virgil van Dijk dudes. You're not crazy for saying that. I still think for me, Sterling's that dude.
Okay, but put it this way. With Liverpool have 94 points, Man City have 92 points. Well, obviously the game in hand. If Virgil van Dijk is not on Liverpool and Sterling is not on Man City, is this still a 2-point race? Because I think Liverpool are in the 60s, low 70s.
Dude.
Maybe, but you have Salah now. You know what I mean? Like you have Salah.
All right, Mr. If game.
No. I think without Virgil van Dijk, we're looking at 4th, maybe 5th place for Liverpool.
Maybe. Look,
That's what happened.
And without
last
Sterling,
year, you guys got
they
4th
win the
place.
league. They're in the 80s right now, while everyone else is like mid-70s. So
Yeah,
Sterling still carries Man City as much as Virgil carries.
No,
Liverpool,
not
man.
as much.
Virgil does it with
Not
the
as
clean
much.
sheets.
absolutely.
Well, I mean,
Not as much.
you're relating a winger to a center back, which doesn't really compute. But the goals this guy puts in, not even just the goals, but his movement, the chances he creates, it's incalculable. His importance to that team. He's one of the only guys in that front line who doesn't come out.
Never.
You know, he'll take a break. Maybe 1 in 5 games.
So you're saying throughout
he's
the whole
the first
year,
guy in. He's the go-to guy for Man City.
So what I'm saying is, throughout the whole year, you would rather have Serge Aguero go down injured rather than Sterling.
Would I rather?
It depends. I mean,
No. Because if you have to think about it, that means Sterling isn't even the best player on his team.
That doesn't mean shit. I'm just thinking about the question. I gotta
then you can say that about Liverpool with Salah. Virgil's good, but like Salah's your best player, bro. Hands down, 40.
But where Mane was stepping in, if we lose Virgil, no one steps in for him.
Yes, that's fine. Look, I understand that, and you're debating team strength, which is fine. But like, this is an individual's award. It says, as an individual who had the greatest achievements. I'm not saying you're crazy for Virgil van Dijk. I just still am with Sterling. 17-10 this year. Last year, 18.
Salah has better. Mane has better.
Absolutely, but this guy
he's not even the best winger right now in stats wise. Virgil is clear cut the best defender in the league, and clear cut maybe the best leader in the league.
Yeah. But now we're talking leadership, or I'd say Mark Noble, best leader in the Premier League. All right, sit down.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was he going after Pogba again and getting choked?
Yo,
that's leadership. That's leadership laid on dinosaur.
No. That's getting led to the ground.
In this game, Trent Alexander-Arnold continues his fine form this year. Gets 2.
Should have had a red card.
What?
Should have had a red card.
Okay,
handball on the line.
That's true. I forgot about that one because I put that on.
Call a red card. Call the penalty. Forget the rebound. Christian Natsu, first goal in 10 years.
So actually, what happened was they scored on Liverpool. So the commentators were saying by the rule book he would actually only get a yellow card if they brought it back because he actually didn't stop a goal because they still scored. So if they didn't score,
I'm saying you call it right there. Say, hey, penalty, no goal,
clear
red
advantage.
Card. See you
clear
later.
advantage. You can't just stop.
It's up, hey, that's referee discretion.
Stop the play.
The ref could have. Like, yeah, it's one of those.
It was clear advantage.
Yeah, it was clear advantage.
It would have been mayhem if he called it back, man. I'm just saying it should have been a red card.
No, I think it should have been a yellow card.
You got lucky there.
Yellow card.
The whole game.
I mean, there's no difference between what he did and what Suarez did in World Cup 2010 against Ghana when he basically volleyballed the ball off the line. Like,
the one difference is that the team did not score right after that.
No, but they didn't get the rebound.
Exactly.
They didn't get a rebound.
No. If the other team, if Newcastle didn't get the ball and they didn't score, Yes, that's a red card all day.
Okay, that's all we're saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
all.
I agree. But I'm saying is because they did score, he did get lucky. I'll say that.
Yeah, he did.
But the one thing about Trent, he, in my gut, he had to be super hurt not to play against Barcelona because you saw the difference between Trent and Gomez playing against Barcelona.
Look,
Trent,
sorry, go ahead.
because Trent right here, 2 assists. The way he runs up and down the line, Gomez. Look, he's a great role player coming off the bench. Love that kid, young kid, but he's not Trent. Come on, Trent and Roberts. They have almost been the unsung heroes of Liverpool. No one talks about the wingbacks running up and down, up and down, up and down, providing perfect
they talk
crosses.
about them all the time.
They've been sung pretty fucking high, Hus. Like,
Well,
one,
they need to be sung high.
Robertson and
they both have
whatever his
11
name.
assists, bro. I think, which is the record for defenders in the league. These guys get heat, man.
Because they're awesome.
The wrong papers, bro.
They're really
They're awesome.
Dude, the reason he didn't play against Barca is because this kid is still defensively suspect, and not because he doesn't have the talent, but because he's a kid. When you're going against Barca with, at the time they were guessing maybe Dembele is going to play, Neil played, and Messi played, and Suarez. Defensively, this kid still has a lot to learn. I think he's on the right track. He's 20 years old, guys. So, like, playing against Messi as a 20-year-old, and we've seen him get spun quite a few times throughout the season. Difference is, again, like you said, Hus, he has Virgil there to cover. He has a goalkeeper who's pretty sturdy, back there. And offensively, you guys, defend from the front. So it's very rare he'll get pinned in one-on-one. But Hazard has had his way with him this season. Man City have had their way with him this season as well. Not that he's having a bad season at all, but like I think that was tactical, bringing a center back like type of kid. I think Joe Gomez defensively is very, very good player. I think he's ahead of
center back, right back. Yeah, he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well,
Enough about this Robertson bullshit. Enough about Gomez and all these guys. I hate to say it, but Mo Salah with the most important goal of the game. That right foot finish. Again, Newcastle can't mark in the box for their lives. I mean, off on his weak foot, incredible volley, man. Just tucks it into that far corner past to Bravka. It was incredible. It pisses me off to see that ball go in because it shouldn't have happened. But, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, Virgil or Salah. Who's going to score that goal for you? Origi? No. I mean, that was a Salah only goal.
He did.
It was an own goal. What are you talking about? He didn't do shit.
So if Origi's not there, that ball doesn't go in the. I mean, that ball still goes in the net.
No, if he sells his goal side instead of side by side, and just clears the ball out.
Made that play happen. So look,
no shit.
look,
who made that play happen? Shaqiri made that ball happen.
Yeah, that's true. Look, I'm not saying Origi should even be on the team next year, so don't get me in that crossfire. Origi sucks. Honestly,
Also, man,
we bought him from France, and he only scored like 8 goals in that season. So
give Rondon a shout.
More than a shout. That was a
10
goals, dude. That was a goal. You got to give him more than a shout. You got to give him respect on that.
You saw the meant to him, though.
They need to sign him on a permanent deal this coming summer. He needs to leave. Was it West Brom? I think he's on. Yeah. Get him from West Brom. They need him. He's such a bash bro. I love that dude.
Yeah,
they need Rafa. They need to keep Rafa. They need to keep Rondon. And keeping Rondon, you keep Rafa. You add players, you keep Rafa. But that goal, yeah, man, he slapped the Christ out of that ball. It was a beautiful volley.
Dude, and he was a problem all game, man. This dude Rondon is just quietly a proper like underground baller. When we say underground ballers, this dude Rondon is about it, man. Like just every game you watch him, he might not score a lot of goals. I think Al, you just said he has 10 on the year.
Yeah, 10 for the year in the league.
Yeah, it's not a lot, but like it's a respectable amount considering.
Dude, for Newcastle.
Yeah. Look, dude, Newcastle
on West Brom, you got
and Cisse, bro. Those dudes were bagging them in for fun.
No, man, Rondon's always had quality, man. He was just on West Brom where he got no support, no real chances, but he was playing a lone striker at that, and now he's got great support. What's his name? Lucas Perez, other guy in the wing. I mean, he's got options around him now, and he's got a better coach than he had at West Brom. So you see this guy pop. But again, Liverpool with the lucky late win.
Lucky was
Klopp with the dramatic celebration. I can't stand this guy. I hope he loses so much.
It's clinical all
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, relax. I've been getting my margarita on Cinco de Mayo all night.
I love it. All right, let's wrap that one up. So as it stands, that leaves the ball in Man City's.
Oh, we forgot a huge detail out of this game.
Go for it.
Salah taken off by stretcher.
Oh, my favorite part of the game.
No, I can't believe we didn't even talk about it. I mean, we talked about his goal, but he got hit in the head, so he got, I think, a knee or a hip to the head, and then he slammed his head off the ground.
Thank you, Dubravka.
No, dude, come on.
Crunched.
Come on, dude. That's a head injury. You can't say, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. No, relax.
Dude, this is a guy who sprained his shoulder and he got stretched off. He's probably fine. He probably got a headache.
First
a pussy.
First off, relax.
Champions League final, I sprained my shoulder. Coach, I can't play. Is it broken? No, I can't play.
You're telling me you would have got stretched off. Dude, he got kneed in the head or something.
Man off. Salah. No.
Walked off like a man.
That injury looked pretty rough.
like a man.
No, stop. You guys are ridiculous.
No, man.
No, I hope.
Relax.
No. Honestly, I hope that he didn't get concussed.
He's still a pussy, but he's giving you a hard time.
I truly hope that he can play against Barca and that he was just.
He's concussed.
No, look. I don't think. Look, if he plays against Barca, that's some bullshit. Head concussion, blah blah blah, all that stuff. He probably will though.
But if that happened to you, you're not telling me you're lying to the doctors a little bit to play that game?
Look, I'll never blame the player. That's why I got mad.
I'm definitely lying to the doctors.
Every player should lie to the doctors and say, "Look, I'm good," and then real quick take a shot, kill the pain, and then get out there like a warrior. But it's up to the management, it's up to the league, it's up to the doctors to be like, "Hey, man, we know you want to go out there and fight, but like." If you go out there and fight, it could be really dangerous for your future. So, look, I would hope Salah wants to be out there. I would hope he does everything he can to be out there. But at the same time, it's like, what's the point of the concussion protocol if you're just going to let players make that call?
Look, Liverpool need Salah to play, and it's not even to score goals. It's that if we lose, we can blame that Salah has a concussion, kind of like how a bunch of people blame that Karius had a concussion last year against Real Madrid.
Oh, that's great. I love that angle. That's a good angle, bro.
But I mean,
Liverpool undone by concussions again.
Right? That's a good one, dude.
Too many celebrations. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's about time you guys got some injuries, man. Liverpool hasn't had injuries like all season.
Are you kidding me? We didn't have a back line. Fabinho, Milner, Henderson, they all had to play defense. We didn't have a whole.
Dude, I'm saying,
we only had.
Hear me out.
We had Virgil.
You have no. You didn't sign any defenders. That's not your problem. You had one Virgil. I'm saying Mane, Salah, Wijnaldum, Firmino is now finally getting hurt. But dude, you guys were fit all season. It's ridiculous.
Especially Salah, because he doesn't get rested ever. He doesn't really get subbed out.
But he doesn't run. Doesn't run without the ball.
Nah, bro.
It's hard to get tired.
Salah runs, man. Look, I hate that dude, but that dude works, man.
And by the way, we haven't had Ox all season. So you're saying we don't have injuries.
Why don't you calm down with that Arsenal reject?
Are you kidding me, dude? Ox played outrageously good last year for
all 2 games, bro. Great Ox.
All 2 games.
Hey, you living in the past?
Relax.
No, look, I love good for Ox. Ox is going to have a big World Cup. It's really sad that he got hurt because I think he was going to have an absolutely massive World Cup. That kind of speed and touch and creativity coming out of center mid. Instead, you got fucking Eric Dyer in there trying to pull strings, dude. What the fuck?
Well, in the midfield. That's another thing that people forget, that with Ox in the midfield, especially with Liverpool, he could go offensive, but then he would have the ability to track back, almost like a younger, more athletic Wijnaldum. With those 2 on the field, with like a Fabinho, get out of here.
Yeah, no, you would have been good, but again,
pass the torch.
Nah, but again, City would have.
All right, let's pass the Liverpool. All right.
No, why? What else are we going to talk about? Let's talk about
nothing. They're in first. Enjoy it while you can. They're gonna slip like Gerrard, and they're gonna be
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Come Matchday 38.
Let's talk about how Lovren sucks.
No.
Lovren sucks.
Tottenham Hotspur.
One of their goals came from Lovren. Sucks because he just had to give a basic pass back and he hit it all the way over to the right side, almost hit out for a corner kick, and then it just mangled up the defense. Newcastle.
He's the best defender in the world. He's one of the best in the world.
Oh my God. Exactly. That is literally the one place they need to find a new body. Get a pair center back with Virgil van Dijk. I mean, what's the point of having fine china if you're just gonna throw some mac and cheese on it? Like, come
You
on,
don't even need, dude. You don't even need it, dude. If Man City didn't exist the way they did, you'd be fine with any bum next to Virgil. It's just you guys are unfortunately go up against the strongest side in the EPL has ever seen.
No,
Otherwise, you'd be taking the cake, and you could play. No, you put a traffic cone next to Virgil Van Dijk, you still win these games.
but imagine if we got a prime time back with him. Oh my god, you could just be like, "Hey, outside back, just stay up. We're gonna play two back.
Hey,
we're gonna play a 2-5-3."
All right, man. You're fucking loving Liverpool.
Right,
Get it, bro. Enjoy it. Bournemouth 1, Spurs 0. Great result here. When I saw this result, I was like, it might be a good weekend. Spurs are stumbling. This is great. 2 red cards in this game, guys. If you guys didn't see this game, this was madness. Absolute sheer madness. Both red cards, 100% legit. What do you guys think?
this league
I think
right
Spurs.
now,
I think Spurs are stupid. First,
3-6. Let's talk about 3-6 real quick. I don't even know how to like.
Can we talk about 3 or 4?
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're talking about Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, United. Nobody wants to have top 4. It almost it reminds me of that commercial with Michael Jordan and Mia Hamm, where they're like, anything you can do, I can do better. No, now it's anything you can do, I can do worse. Because none of these teams want to do good. Everyone's like, oh,
how long have you been waiting to say losing? That joke, dude?
What?
Oh my god!
No, I actually
referencing Mia Hamm and Michael Jordan.
No, I just thought of it.
No,
I haven't. Right. I literally just thought of it.
Listen, hey,
but the thing is,
Spurs,
like, it's just like,
Spurs.
Oh, here comes a draw. Oh, wait, you draw too? Oh, you lose? When will someone just win and just say, this is my spot?
Yeah, man, someone did do that this weekend. It wasn't Spurs, it wasn't United, and it wasn't
Chelsea.
Arsenal. All right? So someone did, bro. It sucks. Bournemouth, do everyone a favor, basically. Those other 3 teams, they do them a favor. Get a late winning goal here. Spurs down to 9 men. Well, down to 10 men in the first half. And then right after the second half kicks off, they're down to 9 men. Son gets a red card in the 44th minute for lashing out against my boy Jefferson Lerma. Love this dude. There's a bit of fire.
Lerma can go to hell, man. Lerma sucks, dude.
I don't feel like Lerma, bro.
He's a dirty. He's a guy Tuso type where he's gonna be in your ears, he's gonna be all tough. Then you touch him, he's gonna fly to the ground. He's gonna roll around, grab his ankles.
Since when?
Didn't even touch his ankles.
Since when do you not like those kind of guys, bro? This is a true.
I don't like guys that fall to the ground.
This is a true.
Al never liked that guy. Al was always the one that tried to crush that guy. I've seen it. I've seen him firsthand that he did. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
No, but
look, tackles McGee over there.
Look, this was. I don't mind guys like that. Look, I'm not a huge proponent of that.
If he's on your team, you don't mind him.
Oh yeah. But
either way, I think it's important for the game to have guys like that, to have the bad guy. You know, like a little Scarface action,
like a little Luis Suarez.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna bite you in the ribs.
Hey. But then you go diving, man. I mean, Son reacted. Dude, Lerma did come in late after the foul was already done. They almost stepped on him. So he wasn't trying to push him in the face. I think the hand just ended up in the face, and then Lerma crumples like a stack of dominoes or Jenga, to pieces, rolls around, sells it hard. That should have been a yellow, man.
Yeah, well,
hand in face. Hand in face, I guess, is a red, but.
But I think that rule should be changed a little bit. Anything closed fist to the face should be red. Anything open hand to the face should be yellow.
So you can just slap bitches.
I like that rule.
Gentleman's duel.
I like that.
It's a gentleman's duel. I'm bringing my glove out and I'm slapping a dude across the face with my glove. I challenge you to a duel.
You need to watch UFC, get this energy out. It's not what the sport is, dude. This is not fisticuffs out here. This is not hockey.
It's not diving either.
It is.
No, I don't see
it.
It is.
Dude, diving is part of every single sport, dude.
But before the red card from Son, man, Spurs were looking good. Like they had chances. Young goalie for Bournemouth making his debut. He's 20 years old, I think 19, 20. Had a couple of huge saves. But I want to, dude, what's his name? Lucas Moura. Yeah, not the goalie, but Lucas Moura, dude, had a game.
Where's snacks when I need it?
He does not suck, man. I think he took some time to settle at Spurs, but with Harry Kane gone, dude, this guy was dangerous. Even when they went down to 9 guys, he was almost getting them chances to score.
See, that's the thing.
At the other end. But he was. Nah, he does score, dude. He scored against United, and
Harry
beat
Kane
us.
is a finisher.
Hussey, let me
Lucas
speak.
Moura is not a finisher.
Yeah, but he's an important guy to the Spurs system. Is he the guy who's going to win?
That's why they're in fourth place. When Lucas Moura is an important player to you, that's when you're in fourth place. They're not going to win the league with Lucas Moura.
No, look, but they're not going to win the league with most of their players. They've proven that.
They won't come in second with Lucas Moura.
They won't come in second with Harry Kane right now. You know, like you can.
If Harry Kane was playing, I think they'd be third, obviously, because they wouldn't be getting over 90 points. But on an average year, I mean, dude, Lucas Moura is good as a role player for them. I feel like I think they need to upgrade on someone like that.
Yeah, but
dude, you can't upgrade. Dude, you don't need to upgrade. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that he had a great performance.
Such a streaky player.
They went down to not. Dude, no, he's a fine player. But all I'm saying is that he's coming to his own on Spurs. You know, and he deserves credit and not fucking malaise. You know, every other week.
Yeah, everyone's expecting him to be Harry Kane's replacement, and he just wasn't that dude. He was never going to be that dude. But you can appreciate, like I was saying, his hard work here. He was towing the line by himself. They didn't have many subs on the bench. They had Jansen and fucking Llorente, which you're down to 9 men. Those guys aren't giving you the work rate, you know. So like, I give more respect in this game. I give him props. But yes, Huss, you're right. He's not the dude who's going to win you the league, but he is the dude who's going to come in against a weaker opponent and give you better guys a rest. You know, like he's a squad.
Yeah, is Shaqiri the guy that's going to win you the league? You know, is Shaqiri the guy that's going to win you the league? You know,
out of the last 15 games that he's played more than 60 minutes, or I think actually 45 minutes, he has 5 goals. And that all happened in 3 games. Because one game he had 3 goals, another 2 games he had 1 goal each, and then he has 1 assist. You tell me 15 games,
he's a winger.
5 goals and an assist? Yeah, guess what? Mane and Salah are wingers too. Sterling, Sane, Mahrez, they're all wingers. Wingers are now forwards.
Compare him to Shaqiri.
Not always, dude.
Exactly. Not all wingers.
Oh yeah,
it's not inherent.
Okay, so when what was it? Who was the dude? Who was the dude on City who never scored? Played right mid. Was that Neves?
No,
Neves.
I hate this guy.
You hated. I thought you hated that dude.
No,
Neves. We talking about how you hated him because he never scored.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're saying
Navas, not Neves.
Navas. Thank you. You used to say that you
Navas,
he
Navas.
never scored because it was funny that he never scored, and that's the thing. Like, yes, I get it that you.
Dude, or assists. He didn't do anything.
No, well, he hit a lot of crosses in.
Look,
Moura, it's an okay signing for Spurs. They need to upgrade on him if they want to.
There's no way I'm gonna agree that they need to upgrade on him. He's not
a starter for them.
He's not.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's no upgrade. He belongs on the bench to come in, just like Shaqiri. Al just said it. How many titles is Shaqiri gonna win you? Not many, bro. But for that 1 or 2 games,
I would take Shaqiri any day over Lucas Moura.
Yeah, fine. That's not the point.
In the arm wrestling, that's not stupid at all.
The point is they both play the same role. This is Shaqiri has 6 goals, 3 assists. How many goals does Moura have? 10-1, bro. 10-1. He has 10-1, so he's doing it. He's doing 10 goals to Spurs.
And how many minutes? Wait. How many appearances? How many minutes are we talking about?
31 games. He has 10 goals, 1 assist.
What's the average? What's the average goal per minute? Or what's the average minutes?
It's higher. What's the average what?
How many minutes go by before they can score? Because the point is, if we're going to talk about like Shaqiri,
that's a forward stat. That's a forward stat. The expected goals.
Yeah, Moura plays more. You're right.
Yeah, but he played only 7 games more than Shaqiri this year, and that's because Shaqiri is hurt. Usually they play around the same amount of games. All I'm saying, bro.
Lucas Moura also starts a lot more than Shaqiri as well.
Only because of injuries and Spurs.
No, because Shaqiri is a role player. He doesn't start. He usually comes off the bench. Moura actually started a lot of games.
He did because there were fucking injuries. Like I'm saying, there were, but he's not a usual starter. It's usually Son and Kane up top, Eriksson, Dele Alli, Sissoko, Wanyama.
Song.
That was a shout out to you. That was on purpose, bro, just to get it out there. But no, look.
Who said that? Was that me?
Why are we even focusing on Lucas Moura, the squad role?
He sucks.
He doesn't suck. You and Snacks just had these weird expectations of him, but if you knew who he was, you knew he's always going to be.
You know what sucks? I actually liked him before I got into that argument with Snacks, and now I have to stick by my word that he sucks.
Dude, 10 goals, man.
Because at one point he was linked to Liverpool, and I was like, I kind of like that idea. Him coming off the bench, I actually think
He
Lucas
would've
Moore
played the
coming off
same
the bench
role
for
as-
Liverpool will be outstanding.
He would have played the same role as Shaqiri does. He would have been the exact same dude. Would have given you 6'2", 8'6" 1 year.
They
Like
play
this,
differently.
10-1. Like how can you ask
No,
more
they
from
play
Lucas?
differently though.
They
Yeah, as
play
in
differently, but,
one's
like they
more.
have the same role. They
Yeah,
have
well, the same
exact
role, but
off the
also
bench, wingers
he-
bringing energy.
I'm telling you this right now. They would be the same role, but it would be getting rid of Origi and bringing in Lucas Moore. Origi can go take a vacation. To where? To the moon, to Mars. I don't care. Just get off
That's
Liverpool.
an upgrade.
Yeah,
That's a
an
huge
upgrade
upgrade.
of Origi would be Lucas Moore, and I would like Lucas Moore and Shaqiri to be on the bench until the time is
Playing
needed.
FIFA, bro. You're playing FIFA. That's just not a thing, man. It's not a thing.
Should
My
be.
man, so Son gets the red card right on the halftime mark. 47th minute, Young Foyth subs on. Only makes it 2 minutes in. Crazy. Ball goes out. I mean, he's the type of guy. He'll give you everything he's got, but he lost control of the ball. Tried to win it back. Studs raised. Easy red, man. Like,
You know what?
ridiculous.
It was sad because you could tell, like, it wasn't malicious. The foul was dangerous. It was very dangerous, but it's not like he was. I think he was just a kid trying to do everything he can to win the ball. Got desperate, raised his leg. Like, I don't think he was going for the knee. I think he was trying to block the ball, but like, it was 100% red card there. He deserves it. And
I think his foot hit the turf and then bounced up. Is that right? Like his foot hit the ground then bounced up.
I think so. I think he pulled it up. Yeah, because he didn't want to get it caught under him. But either way, it was one of those schoolboy errors, man. You just learn, you live and you learn.
Yeah, that could have been nasty.
Podge's face after that was hilarious, man.
Dude, he was like
I feel bad for Podge too, because he's got no resources, but he's still getting results. Obviously not this weekend, but.
And it's so sad because, like, both his jobs, like his summer jobs, the jobs that are going to come and bail him out, fucking United and Real Madrid, like, within a week, they were both gone. So it was like, all right, I guess I'm stuck here another year with this chick who's not giving up the fucking coochie. But
so, I mean, what's the chance that Poch stays at Tottenham this year? I mean, next year, rather.
I'd say 100%. Like 99%, yeah.
Okay. It's just, I think Poch is going to be very similar to Kane and Eriksen. One more year, and that's it. I think they're actually going to keep Eriksen as well throughout the summer. I don't think they're going to sell anybody that's except for like Toby.
Look, it might not be up to them, unfortunately. Eriksen right now has got less. At the end of the season, he's going to have 1 year left on his contract, which gives him a lot of the power, the negotiating power.
Well, I'm involving the opinions of the players. I think Eriksen. I think what it is they built such a culture. I think Poch has built such a culture at that club that those players, I think, thoroughly to the heart want to win for this club.
No, they do. They definitely do, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. Whereas Eriksen's like, all right, I'm gonna just let me stay. I'm gonna
He's
play
not saying that though. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're making that part up in your head. He literally.
I know that's what I'm saying. I am making up that. That's
why? Why not let's stay in reality?
I feel that's my feeling. My feeling is that no one's going to leave this summer.
But like, if you're in the fucking office debating off feelings, that's one thing. But if you bring up stats and say Eriksen said he was playing the wait and see tactic,
no, I'm saying that's how you feel. Like, of course, he's not saying it because I'm not talking to him on the phone. That's just how I feel. That's all it is.
That's too many margaritas,
it's a gut. Bro. It's a gut.
We need snacks in here to regulate.
It's gut. All gut.
Ridiculous. All right. Bournemouth wins 1-0. Eddie Howe's man get it done. Frazier, I think, is the standout player.
Nathan Ake, man.
Yeah, Ake gets the winning goal late. Played.
I think Ryan
in this game too.
I think Ryan Frazier has more assists than Lionel Messi this year.
Yeah, I think so.
What was that?
I don't know. You'll have to look it up, bro.
That's cool. You beat him on one stat. He beat you on the other 1,000 stats.
Either way, man. 14 assists for a guy playing out of Bournemouth, bro. That's impressive, man. That's impressive. You got to give this kiddish.
And you're 5'5".
Yeah, man. Tiny dude.
So I really like this Bournemouth team. The only thing that this team sometimes lacks is consistency. Now, when I think about consistency, because better players are on better squads, meaning that they can sometimes disappear because the other players around them can kind of pick up the slack. So the real question is, which one of these players on Bournemouth has the chance to go to a top 6 team, knowing that he's going to have great numbers, but but he'll disappear for a couple weeks at a time. But the other players will take over for him. So
Dude, Nathan Ake. There's already a player.
Wilson might get 1, maybe 2 years at a top team, but that's it. He's 27, injury prone. I think Frazier's a good person. He's 25. Was it Brooks? He's the one at 21 years old. I think people really have to start looking at him. I mean, I know everyone is looking at him, but I think people really have to make a bid for him. He's got 7 goals, 5 assists at 21 years old.
Way too early, bro. Way too early for Brooks.
I don't think it's too early.
Where's he gonna go?
Dude, he's been in the league for 7 months.
Yeah, he literally broke this year, House. Like not midway through the season, but early.
That means you can get him cheap.
Yeah, but like for him, like it doesn't make sense, dude.
I would take him over Iwobi.
He's developing. Yeah, but now you're fucking bringing him to go sit him on the bench or bring him into a project.
Why sit him on the bench?
The fans are booing.
I would play him over Mickey.
Arsenal rotation. Yeah, but like, dude, Mickey rotates as well. You know what I mean? Like the Arsenal system is just not ready to bring in a kid like Brooks. And Brooks is not ready for the Arsenal system. Like Brooks isn't going to improve Arsenal the way they need improvement. Just like United, just like Spurs. Like he's not there yet. I think he's a bright talent. I love this kid. And the first game I saw him, I was like, yo, this kid is silky, he's smooth, he's confident, and he has a bit of grit about him, like a true English player. I love Brooks, but like leave him at Bournemouth, dude. Why are you? That's
tough though, because a team like Arsenal right now, let's say Brooks goes for 12 goals, 7 assists next year.
Now we're in La La Land, bro.
But no, I'm saying that's not that crazy to think to see next year. That's not that many more numbers. But the point is, if he does something like that, Arsenal just missed a huge chance on a good player. I mean, the only thing is that Arsenal needs to put money into the team. If they put money into the team, why not put it into a young talent at 25 years old?
You can get better young talent. You
good, Al?
Proven talent.
Yeah, but yes, proven young talent. But right now, at a team that can't get top 4, you can't get proven talent.
Yeah, but
you can get pretty sure, or you have to.
You got Lacazette. That's proven talent. You get Adebayor. That's proven talent.
Yeah, there's a lot of proven talent out there, House. It's just, I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying it's too early for Brooks. Brooks, yes. I think in 2 years, if he stays at Bournemouth, develops properly, and he's under Eddie Howe, who's a fucking brilliant, like, young talent developer kind of manager. Why is he going to Unai Emery, who's going to get booed by the fans, who's going to not have any signing money? Like, why go to that upsetting situation when right now he's loved by the Bournemouth fans? He's one of our own. They're singing all that shit about him. He's 7 months into the first team, and what? Now he's gonna fucking walk out and go to a top 6 club.
So Ryan, basically, you're saying Frazier should stay on Bournemouth, or should
I think Frazier's at probably the right club, man. I don't know if Frazier brings more. Like, I don't know if Frazier brings these numbers with him to a top 6. Like, I think he brings his work rate, grit. Yeah, maybe top 8, but Bournemouth could be top 8.
Dude, Bournemouth have their system, but Bournemouth could be top 10. Yeah, Bournemouth have their system that makes their players look better than they are.
Yeah. Dude, I think he's at the perfect club, man. Like I don't know who.
Save FIFA, Huss. All right, you can't just sign young players and boost their stats.
Bournemouth is one of those tricky teams where you always think they're going to do it, but they're not. It's kind of like Crystal Palace. They leave you hanging a little bit. Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to get it. Oh, wait, they're not going to get it. And I think Bournemouth and Crystal Palace in that 10 to 15 range, and they're very comfortable there. We're like in Everton, even Watford this year. I think Watford is the new West Brom, where they have a good system. I think they play very physical, but they also have ability to get the points, where I think West Brom maybe 4 years ago that they finished something around 8th place. I think they're very similar, where I think Frazier maybe go to Watford would be a good pickup right now. But the thing is, Frazier's 25. He gets 7 goals, 14 assists. That's fantastic. But I'm just saying, if you're going to go in for Frazier, might as well go in for Brooks, because he's 4 years younger and he had almost the same numbers minus the assists, which was 7 less.
All right, got it.
Just money standpoint too.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. We're just on different sides of this one. Delhi, awful season here so far. I know that's your favorite boy, Al. But he had a step
Guy's
back
average.
this year. Unfortunately for him.
No, he just showed who he really was.
I was waiting for that, bro.
Dude, he doesn't bring much of anything, man. Like you give him the ball, he'll keep it usually. But I don't see. A couple years ago, man, he was banging in goals, top of the box, like when no one knew about him, maybe, and he could get away with this stuff. But I don't know what happened to him, man. I think it was just all the hype. He's still young as hell, still got a lot of time. But dude, the hype around this guy is just way too much. Like I don't see what makes him so great. He's got a great touch. He scores some beautiful goals. But where's it? He's got. I don't know, man. He's missing something crucial, some crucial element that's just out of his game.
Yeah, look, I hear what you're saying. His numbers are why people jock him and his wonder goals. So when he came in to Spurs his first year, he goes 10-9. The next year he goes 18-9. The next year he goes 9-11. And then this year is 5-3. So, like,
yeah, that's where it should be. It's reality.
Yeah, but it's not, though. You know what I mean? Like, when he left MK Dons, he was 16-9 that year. Then he goes to Tottenham, and he goes 10-9. Like, I hear what you're saying. Sometimes when you watch Dele Alli, you're like, is he this guy even in the game? He's a passenger. He gets a lot of touches, but, like, he doesn't really.
Dude, they're third place. They're third place. He didn't do shit this year. What does that tell you?
So
Dele Alli, they're third, now they're fourth, I think, but dude, they're third place.
It tells you he's not.
Dude, see, this is the problem with this guy, man. He needs someone behind him pressuring him in and out of the team, like Sané at City. Someone, like Sané, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Mahrez. You got four guys fighting for two spots, roughly. And as Spurs, this guy every week he knows he's in the team sheet every single week, and I think that's detrimental to his development. And this year, above all, I mean, maybe it's been working, but this year, dude, like he's lackadaisical as hell. England World Cup didn't do shit. You know, like he doesn't have the work rate or something.
Well, that's the thing. Like he's really good at scoring a certain type of goal, but he's not really good at creating his own shot or dribbling the ball or just the thing is when he has good players around him, they make him look better. He's an enforcer, so he can hit the players who touch the players, something like Eriksen. So the better skilled players you put around him, he can be really good. If he needs to be the focal point of the attack, I'm sorry, he is just a step above Troy Deeney. But
man, you guys are so harsh.
No. I'm saying that he's a physical force. He can finish the ball off the tips and he can have some good shots. But he needs skill players to do most of the living. I do believe that.
Dude, he got 16-9 at MK Dons. Who are the skilled players around him, bro? Like this kid Brute.
Okay, what league was MK Dons?
A good year in League
MK
One.
Dons was in like the fourth league.
Doesn't matter, dude. He jumped the championship. He went League One to the Prem. He jumped the championship. And then in his first year in the Prem, he goes 10-9, guys. First year. What's Fred doing?
You put Deeney in
Fred up to?
One. What does he do? He scores 16 goals too.
Nah, that's bullshit.
I don't think that's bullshit.
And by the way, you're comparing him to a guy who's a veteran in the league.
No, I'm talking about if Deeney was young. But the thing is, I think right now when we were just talking about Frazier being at the right club, I think Ali is at the right club. I don't think he makes it at a top club.
This is a top club though. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no. I mean, I'm talking about top world.
Dude, I think he could. I mean,
they're in a Champions League semifinal. They could be in the Champions League final. I think that's a pretty big.
Are they there because of him?
He's on the roster, dude. Like he's on the roster. Like
he's on the roster, but
he's playing the games. But
Eriksen, Son.
Yeah, but are you guys winning the league because of Shaqiri?
Right,
no, but he got you 3 points today. You know what I mean? Like, they're guys who play roles. In this season, he had to step back this season. But up until this season, this kid has been performing for this club. I'm with Al in that, like, I'm not a big fan of Ali. I don't quite see what he brings on the field. The numbers don't lie, guys. The production is there. And that's why he starts all the time. I like Al's angle of maybe you should bring in another number 10 or another number 8 to compete with Ali, to put that pressure, to make sure he keeps his standards. I think that's a great shout.
They already brought something. They suck.
Dude, he's got no pressure, man. Like, and you see it the way he plays, dude. He's so like his body language on the field is almost as bad as Pogba. You know what I mean?
Well, he got the Dimitar Berbatov, and then he'll lose, bro. Dimitar Berbatov.
No, Dimitar had skill on dribble too. But the thing
So
about
is
Ali,
bro.
do
Dude,
not even put
Dele
Dele
Alli can
Alli
dribble,
and
Hassan. What
Berbatov
the
in
hell are
the
you getting
same
this? He
sentence.
has like no
I think-
takers. Like,
When it comes down
guys-
to technical ability and dribbling, do not put Berbatov and Dele Alli in the same
I'm gonna
sentence.
send you some YouTubes because I think your hate of this kid has forced you not to even watch.
And no. I actually like him because he was a Liverpool fan, so I tried to watch
Are you
him.
saying
But don't say Berbatov.
Are you
Berbatov's
saying
way
Berbatov's
more
a dribbler?
skilled. What? Berbatov is way more skilled than Dele Alli at the dribble.
You saying Berbatov's a dribbler?
He's way more
Are you saying a dribbling? Dude, Berbatov hardly.
He's better at dribbling than Dele Alli.
Dude, Berbatov's a striker.
I know that.
Berbatov,
I'm
you're
not saying
confusing
in general,
technique.
Al. I'm saying better than
you're
Dele Alli.
I know
You're
that.
confusing touch
know
with
that.
dribbling. There's two different things.
Berbatov is better than Dele Alli.
Two different things. No way, bro.
Well, not right now. You're right because Berbatov is old, but back in the day, yes, he was.
It's just not true. You can't
Yes, it
automatically
is.
say that. Like, what
Oh
makes
my
him better?
goodness.
What makes
Look.
Berbatov better?
No, but the thing is, you can't put the weight of the pressure on Dele Alli's shoulders because two things. One, he doesn't have the ability. And two, he
What do you
doesn't have the
mean?
mentality. He
Dude,
doesn't have the mentality because, look, yeah, he can get that late winner goal. No, he can get the late winner goal or that crucial goal sometimes. But it's not like hey, you're going to be our Harry Kane now because we just sold him. If you do that, guess what? He's going to crumble because his mentality is awful.
That
We've
is-
seen it multiple
Is he
times,
gonna crumble?
even in this.
Is he gonna crumble?
Actually,
What up,
all the
Sooners?
Tottenham players are all horrendous at mentality because we've seen it multiple times in a year where when the pressure gets tough, they just try to
Okay,
fight.
so then how is
They just
Bale's
try to fight people.
mentality? How is Bale's mentality? How's Martic's mentality? How's Ericsson's mentality?
Oh, it's better now that it's
Better
now that they're on
than
Spurs.
Dele Alli.
Yeah,
Dele
but
Alli
like,
has been known for being
coming at them.
has
You're
been
coming
known
at
for
them as
getting.
individuals.
Plus, it's
Look.
the whole team, bro. It's not just Daily Shop. It's the whole team. It's Harry.
So
Kane,
basically, what he's saying, Dele Alli
Pochettino.
should go to Real Madrid then.
I'm saying it wouldn't
No.
surprise me in 2 years.
Oh,
Dele Alli is
my
going to Real
God.
Madrid. It wouldn't surprise me. He has the
Oh, what's up,
ability.
Tom?
What up,
What's up,
bro?
Oh my God, Tom, what do you think about Dele Alli on Real Madrid?
In 2 years. Would it be?
In 2 years or right now?
No, in 2 years. In 2 years.
Then
That
Real
could
Madrid
work.
is not finishing third in the league.
Why
That could
not,
work,
dude?
bro.
Dele Alli, get
Why
out of
not?
here.
Look,
But-
if he develops, he's got to fulfill
Oh,
his
he's on mute.
potential,
How
right?
cute.
This guy's a guy
Oh.
who gets double-digit goals.
Is he
double-digit
still talking?
Assists at his
Oh.
prime.
Can you guys hear him? I can't hear him.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Not this year, Tom.
I might have you
Not this
muted
year.
like a hater.
Get your ghetto shit fixed, Hus.
No, it's better off. I can't hear him. That's better. Let's go on with the show. Let's just let
Oh,
him
that's
say it.
so-
Hear him. Figure it out. Figure out your sound, Hus.
Oh,
Al and I can hear him.
I can
right
hear everyone but him.
Bro, I'm talking now. Grace Kelly. Did you hear that?
Nope, he doesn't hear it. I hope the fans can hear you, bro. Al, can you hear him?
Is this a freaking
Oh, you clean up
Verizon
the air?
commercial? Can you hear
Nothing.
me now?
Hello,
Can you hear me
hello, hello.
All right.
Hus, can you hear me?
I can hear him. It's faint.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Tiki. I can hear
It sounds
Al, I
like
can
you're
hear-
in the bathroom or something, Tom. It sounds like you're far away.
I unplugged and plugged in again.
Oh my
Is
God,
that
it's like a
better?
translator.
Can you hear him?
Translator.
Can you hear
What's
him,
Tom
Hus?
saying?
Oh, this is great for the fans, dude. The fans are loving this.
What's Tom
All
saying?
right,
Yo, I
Jack,
fucked
midway
up the
through the
vibe, yo.
fucking
I'll just
show.
bounce.
Yo.
I'll just bounce.
Yeah.
The vibe,
I also love how he's
Okay.
showing like half his face. He's showing his forehead right now.
Oh, you like that?
Oh, now his neck.
Yeah.
He's showing his
Yeah.
neck.
Yo,
He's
Hus,
not even
make sure you haven't muted him, bro. I think you might have him muted on your side.
Yeah, you do have me muted. Why you got me muted, man? Yeah,
hello?
all of a sudden I'm unmuted. Grace Kelly.
Yo, guys,
You hear
is
that,
it just
don't
me or is
you?
it really glitchy in here? Is it just?
I think your Wi-Fi is struggling now.
All right, yo.
Yeah.
Let's go on with the show.
It's all good.
We hear you.
let's keep
Spurs
it
Great,
moving,
sucks.
man.
So
Let's
I can
keep it
hear everyone
moving.
but Tom. Whatever. I don't need to hear Tom. I'll let him know the business.
I know.
Hus,
all
let's
right,
pick
as
up
long
the
as
pace
we're
here,
good,
man.
we're good.
Pick up the
I
fucking
sound
pace
good.
here. Yeah, the three of us sound good. I don't know what Tom's up to, bro.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like these headphones.
I just all I swear to God I'm doing right now
one headphone,
is
I can
watching
only-
his
I can
little,
only hear you out
you know,
of
the
my
little
left
image at the
headphone.
bottom, and it's just so close to his face the whole time. It's just so close to his face. I
Great,
can't
now
see
we
anything
lost
but his
Al.
forehead. Oh
Now
wait,
we
now
lost
I can see his eyes. Oh my
Too
God!
close up.
Oh, it's so close. But that's it. My
Yo,
goodness.
Tom, can you join from your computer or something, man? It's gonna be impossible with Hus 10 fucking tequilas deep, bro.
First
I'm
off,
here.
not 10, not
this
10,
better?
maybe 10 liters
Better?
though.
Hus, can you hear me?
Oh
Hus, can
So-
you hear him?
no, I can't. let's move on.
Tom,
So,
leave
all right,
and
what's
join.
the next
Leave
game?
and join again, Tom, from your computer. Chelsea 3, Watford 0. Chelsea asserting dominance here. They were in a position to where they had to get the win to keep their top 4 hopes alive. And with Tottenham losing yesterday, they had the opportunity to jump into top 3.
All right, back to 3. Back to 3. Here we go.
Watford ends up getting smashed up 3-0. Chelsea rampage. What are your thoughts, fellas?
I'm actually really surprised that this happened because, I mean, the way I just talked about Watford as well, where they've been very good defensively, I think, where they've been keeping basically teams subdued with this penis formation that you like to call it.
Penis?
The 4-2-2-2, and somehow it works. I've never seen this formation done every single game, but yet it works. But
what up, fellas? Happy to interrupt you again.
I mean, obviously Hazard played a huge role with getting the 2 assists. And Higuain, getting a goal. I thought Higuain's going to play a bigger part this season when he came in, but it just Watford for the most part disappointed me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
How did
I think. Look, I didn't see them losing 3-0 here. Like
that's what I mean. I didn't see them winning. I didn't.
Exactly.
Maybe a tie, but not 3-0.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. But to be fair,
Hey,
man,
Hussy, Tiki, let me tell you the difference.
yep.
Okay. Why not Tom?
Hey, can you hear me?
Tell Tom
Let
too.
me
Can you hear me, Buzz?
let me tell you the difference. You hear me, Huss?
Can you hear me, Buzz?
Tom, I hear you. Tom, I hear you, buddy.
Huss, how do
we
you
had
not
this
hear
Can you
debate
get a
all week
confirmation
I
so
don't
fucking
hear.
laugh?
It's better.
I hear you, Tom.
You hear him, Huss?
No, not even slight.
Oh, damn.
I hear you guys
That's all I
perfectly.
had.
Listen, guys, we had the debate. We talked this.
Oh, Al got
What's
the
out? Yo, the technical difficulties on this show. I'm sorry,
Guys, we
This is
talked this weekend
definition,
about
I'm sorry.
Pogba and Hazard.
We had good rhythm until Tom showed up.
Turn it off. We did turn it on and turn it off.
Al.
Yeah, you got turned off, Al. You got turned off right there. Your face is frozen.
You can't.
So
I can't.
my phone is just it sounds like robots talking right now. My phone
Yeah.
can't handle this.
You might have to give it a break, bro. Don't do that shit.
Nah, all right, fellas, I'm out. I'm out, yo. Like,
I can't.
I glitched it up, guys.
Yeah, you fucked it
Never
all.
again. I fucked it up, guys.
Give it
Trio
the-
got this.
Dude.
Three amigos got this. Arsenal.
No, yeah, real quick. No, Tom,
No, come on, Tom.
real quick.
Save the goon talk.
Tom, let's get into
Someone
Arsenal.
take a screenshot of Tom, please.
We'll be able to hear you. Al's on delay, so like we're talking over each other.
Yeah.
Guys, the fans, we apologize for
Yeah.
the technical nightmare.
Yeah, RoboCop trying
we
to
needed
speak words.
content though. We needed to get the content, so we did a remote session. Wi-Fi, Tom right now is in Antarctica, chilling with shitty Wi-Fi. Not sure exactly what's going on. Huss can't hear him. I think Huss can hear him, but Huss is too drunk to.
No. I wish
Something's
I
going
could
on.
hear him. But Tom, make sure you do sign language so I know what you're saying. But like,
Unbelievable. All right, Tom, real
That's
quick,
possible.
Sound my words out.
Yo, real quick. Let's get the show back on the road.
It's in subtitles.
What are your Arsenal thoughts, man, before you bounce? Huss, you're just gonna have to sit there quietly, bro.
Oh man, this was difficult.
Huss, unmute him, dude. Tom, hold
I'm
on.
trying.
Huss fucking muted you, man. I don't know why Huss did that.
I'm
What you
trying.
doing, bro? Secret Divine got you all fucked up.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to unmute. It doesn't give me the unmute. I have no unmute button. I'm pressing so many things. You know what? Maybe I'll leave. I'll leave and I'll come back.
Oh,
I'll leave and come back.
This is crazy. Yo,
All
Tom
right.
muted, bro.
All right.
Mute yourself.
I'm leaving.
You know-
I'll be back.
Oh my word, guys.
All right, guys. So, like I was saying, man, with the Arsenal game, I mean, dude, 1-1, Brighton, Hove, and Albion. We just made like the chances of reaching top 4 through the league now basically done. So we have Europa League. Now, the actual game, we had plenty chances this game, but I mean, we got rewarded a penalty kick this game, but guys, I mean, like, it just wasn't good enough. It was not good enough. Guess who shows up just when you need him? Granit Xhaka. Fucking up.
Fernanda.
absolutely like unnecessary penalty kick he gave away, dude. Like, what was it? Glenn Murray's 200th goal for his career. He just tucks it away like the clinical striker that he's been over the years. And it's really sad, man. Like, I thought Unai Emery was going to be able to do it through the league. We know this dude's a Europa king, so that's all we got now. All we got is Europa.
If Emery was coaching Brighton, Murray would be on the bench. Oh, you're leading the league in goals? Or you're leading our team in goals? You're just going to sit on the bench. Just like
Does you
Aubameyang.
talking shit mean you can hear me now?
Back, bitches.
Look, man, I still have some faith in the season because we're up 3-1 on Valencia.
How you been drinking?
But dude, it's like hanging on by a thread. We still got a chance. Look, Man U's got no chance. They're done, son. Like, your season's over.
Unless if you lose and they win. Unless if you lose and they win.
No, he's talking about getting into Champions League, bro. Who cares?
Through Europa.
No,
dude. Yo, it's something ridiculous for Arsenal to need to qualify. Check this out. Arsenal needs Tottenham to lose versus Everton. Then Arsenal need to win at Burnley. Then Arsenal need to make up an 8-goal difference. So basically, you have to beat.
I bet Lacazette and Aubameyang on the bench. Lacazette and Aubameyang are both on the bench. I bet.
Yeah, dude. Why not? Like, what? It's Europa or nothing. I said in the group chat. I'll say it again. Tottenham, even though they stumbled, right? That either need to do better than Arsenal, to either tie or win, basically. So
remember how excited you were when Emery came into town? You're like, "Oh, Emery, this is the manager. Yo, this is like that cute girl at school that you're like, yo, let's hang out." Then you find out that she's a bit busted. Like, the thing is, like you guys, Arsenal fans, like, you're happy about Emery being there. They could have been better managers than Emery. He doesn't even start your best players together.
Who? What managers?
And Aubameyang. He does not start them consistently together.
Look,
they should play every game.
There's reason for that, but it doesn't mean he's not a quality manager. And he's still in Europa. You're acting like our season's officially over, bro. We're in the Europa semi-league finals, and we have a good advantage to go into the finals. We're winning 3-1 against Valencia, who we play again this Thursday. Obviously, the players, some of them had that in mind. You can see with the squad selection, he was going for it this game. He did start Lacazette Aubameyang this game. Aubameyang should have been more clinical at times, but Lacazette, for as hard as he worked, you figured you get a goal from him and we'd wrap this up. But look, I still have faith. Our season's not officially over. We can still do it. And what it is, correct me if I'm wrong. Chelsea right now, who would be 4th place, we would potentially be playing in the Europa League final. So if Chelsea qualify in 4th place and they win the Europa League final, would that not vacate that 5th place spot that Arsenal's currently sitting in? And then Arsenal would bump up to be in the Champions League, because it's almost like double jeopardy, right? Winning the Europa means you qualify for the Champions League, and finishing top 4 means you qualify for Champions League. Therefore, a spot will be vacated for a 5th place team to potentially qualify for that Champions League spot.
I think Al, you usually know this one. I think, what was it, when Tottenham did it a few years ago?
Why get thrown in the spotlight like this?
My bad, dude. Like, I remember bringing up.
They made the rule: if you win the Champions League, yeah. Well, like the new rule is, if you win Champions League but you finish outside the top 4, you could qualify, but the top 4 still qualify. Because when Spurs finished outside, but Liverpool won it, I don't know who was it. Spurs got bumped out because Chelsea won it. Spurs were in 4th. Chelsea was in 5th or whatever. They lost their spot.
That was winning the Champions League.
Rewritten the rules since then.
Tom, you're also forgetting that Frankfurt and Chelsea
League
tied. They tied 1-1. So Frankfurt is now going to Chelsea. Yeah, Stamford Bridge is Stamford Bridge, but not anymore, really. So Frankfurt get a away goal. It looks like Chelsea's not making it. So you can still lose out.
No, if they win Europa, Chelsea's making it because Chelsea's the favorite. Right, so
are they the favorite?
Bullshit out the window. What now?
How are they the favorite?
Bro, Chelsea's definitely gonna be the favorite over Frankfurt, man.
They're the most. They're the
gambling favorite.
Frankfurt has the hottest up and coming striker right now. Chelsea looks like crap except for this one.
Eden Hazard. I just need to say one name. He's the best player on the whole pitch. Eden Hazard. He's a game changer, bro.
Wait, what day? What day is the game? Because it depends. Because if it's like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, he doesn't show up. So
Good thing it's a Thursday.
What I'm saying is that's how his season's been going on, where he doesn't show up every day anymore.
I know, but 16 goals and 13 assists, that's showing up to me. I don't know where they do that.
For Hazard?
Yeah, that is showing up for Hazard.
Get out of here.
He's never broken 20 goals.
What are you expecting?
For one of the best, quote unquote, best plays in the world?
That's one of the best productions in the world. Name another player who's out here who's dropping 16 goals and 13 assists. That's
Mane.
Oh, that's top 10 production.
Mane has 20 goals, 1 assist. 1 assist.
Fine. Salah
has less than 10 assists.
Firmino. I was going through the whole.
See? Yeah, get that Husk bullshit out. Al, you're muted, bro.
Yeah, I didn't do that one. You can't blame me for that one. He probably did that himself. He probably muted himself.
Nah, bro. That's my take on Arsenal, guys.
Yeah, look, you can stay, man, because I think Al's having tech difficulties too. But now that Husk can hear you. But yeah, man, look, Arsenal in this game, I mean, it's to be expected, not talking shit, but just like it's a team that needs a backline. Same thing as United, and we'll get into that shortly. It's a team that needs a backline, and you can
a spine
attack and look, a spine is getting there, but more importantly, they need a backline, man. Like you can call Aubameyang their forward spine. You can call Ozil the other guy, a midfielder. You see, there's a bit of work going on in that midfield. Obviously, they need a bit more talent, but like Xhaka's not horrible. Torreira's coming up, Kondozi's coming up, so like there's a bit of.
We had Aaron Ramsey, dude. Aaron Ramsey. Like, our season basically hinged on him in an odd way. Like, we know he's leaving.
Absolutely.
But he's that extra midfielder who can change a game. When the forwards really aren't doing much, he can be that midfielder who can get a goal. We know what Wobie, dude, honestly, he had a bad cameo in this game. He had one amazing cross.
He's special, bro. He's special.
That cross was dope. Aubameyang should have got on the end of that cross, man. That would have changed everything. But other than that, man, rough cameo. So, like, it's either bit part players, role players, or guys who just aren't good enough. And then there's like a separation of quality that we have in the front position. So, like you're saying, man, that defense is a must, bro. Like,
that's what it comes down to. Because your offense, you watch Arsenal move forward and attack and pin teams in. You see that all the time. Problem is when you lose the ball and they break that first line. You know, they break that Ozil press, or if Xhaka happens to be stretching, they break that Xhaka.
Or if Mkhitaryan doesn't make a damn decision with the ball to pass or shoot it, and then we get a counterattack scored on us. Like, dude, that guy's got to go. Like, that dude got to go.
I know you don't like that dude, but he's not your main problem. You should be mad at guys like Mustafi.
He's one of the problems. I'm mad at Mustafi, too.
Mario,
he's one of the problems.
Fucking Koscielny, like,
Mkhitaryan,
Koscielny was like 33 years old, man. I thought he was old. I knew he was over 30. But 33, bro. This summer should be the end of it for him. He's also prone as hell now, unfortunately for him.
Yes.
He's gonna crash land at the end of his career. Got guys like El Neni out there, bro. Just there needs to be a flip here, but I don't think you guys are as far off as your fans think you are. If you get just a solid, even a solid center back would help you guys as far as like progressing. Are you gonna win the league with just one solid center back? No, but like you'll comfortably get back into getting that top four and to being competitive because your offense is so powerful.
They almost need a whole back line though, like the entire back line.
No, they have to replace the entire back line. What I'm saying is like
Bellerin, you don't even
they can afford to because they don't spend money. Getting one premier center back, I think, should be the priority. Obviously, get four full backline players, but Arsenal aren't that kind of club. Get a premier center back and then pick up some scraps for the other positions.
Well, this is why qualifying for Champions League is so important for us. Because it will bring those additional funds in, which will allow us to bring in an entire back line or potentially, a midfielder, a winger, and two center backs or something of that nature. But without Champions League football, we're going to be stuck in that Europa ditch and maybe a transfer kitty of 50 to like 70 mil.
That'll buy one player.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough in this current
environment.
In this current environment, man. It's just
you're getting a mediocre, or not mediocre. You're getting above average player for 70 50 to 70. That's it.
Yeah, but they need more than one. That's
what I'm saying. They need like 150 at
But
least.
they're not going to do that. You know Arsenal, bro. They're just not going to do that. It's just not the way they build.
What's killing me is we've broken our wage budget for like the wrong players at the wrong time. Like if we had gotten like a younger Ozil and broken the bank with that 350 a week, I can understand that. But we got an Ozil who was
old,
aging. He was an aging star. He was still in his prime, but he was an aging star. And then you look at a guy like Mkhitaryan, another guy who was a star at a point, kind of gassed in my opinion, but he's an aging star. He's on 200,000 a week. And at Arsenal, that's major. You know what I mean? Like I think David Silva's on like 180 or 160. Like David Silva's not really even as much, is like similar to Mkhitaryan. And in terms of a footballer, he's a way better player. So we got to get rid of dudes like that, man, and get rid of the deadwood, bring in some new players.
Speaking of getting rid of guys, you had Aaron Ramsey's last appearance at the Emirates.
You just can't do that in one season. You're not going to get rid of 8 players and bring all those guys in.
So that was a beautiful moment. Ow.
I guess not, Tiki.
Can you not hear him?
Oh, Jesus. I can't hear Al.
What the fuck, dude? Your shit sucks.
I don't know if it does. I hear everyone else, but like maybe I can only hear 3 people at once.
That's just like 3 at a time. Sorry, 4. I can't do it. Pussy ass.
Hussy. Maybe you guys
I'm not saying I'm a huge gentleman, but the point is 3 Sims at my max. That's it.
This is what we're gonna do, man, guys.
I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna come back.
Fans listening out there, this is torture. What we're gonna do? We're gonna jump into United. We're going to scrap the quick touch. We're going to scrap it all. We're just going to wrap up with United and call it a day, man. It's been long enough. I think this cast has been running a while. Guys, sorry. We gave you the top 6. Honestly, that's what you guys and us care about the most. We got into, top 5. City plays. City hasn't played yet as we record this. So, again, apologies for the tech difficulties. If this is your first time ever listening, Matt, trust me. Ask anyone else out of the 293 episodes. This is probably 1 or 2 that have been like this, guys. So please bear with us. Trying our best. Huss has had way too many tequilas, and I think his computer's had just as many tequilas. It's only hearing 3 people at a time, which is absolutely doesn't make sense. But enough of that.
If you want a quick touch, you get Cardiff relegated officially from the Premier League, and you get the top 4 all but confirmed. So that's the major story of the weekend.
Exactly.
Cardiff go down,
and the team that is probably going to line the headlines as far as, not making top 4. Let's get into it. Huddersfield 1, United 1, saving the worst for last, the bums for the back. Awful, man. I'm speechless. I wish Snacks was here just to go crazy and go wild. Cause I'm butthurt. My feelings are butthurt.
And started right. 15-20 minutes of great 15 minutes of great football, very serious, making lung busting first time in his career, playing the ball forward, like I was saying over the weekend, playing the ball forward and then running forward, making the runs, didn't always get the ball, but I was like, all right, we came to play. Pogba's hustling, he's running. Scott McTominay getting the early goal, all right.
Lucky ass goal.
We're playing the worst team in the world. Worst team, worst the worst team in games. So most in Europe.
You're the worst.
And we had them 1-1.
Going.
We are the worst. I mean, but as bad as we get, Arsenal is always worse. So I mean, we have that to fall back on.
Yeah, well, you're 6th place, bro. So
you're a step
below us. You're a step below us.
When's the last time you had Champions League football, man? Could you remember?
When's the last time you won the league,
Can you even think
bro?
back that far?
Yo, next year's going to be so fun talking about Champions League by myself. Awesome. Awesome.
That's a great point, man. You could have a year of dominance, bro. There's nothing we can do to take it. Your club is flying high. Even if they don't win silverware, you're going to have Champions
Pump
League.
your brakes. Pump your brakes over there, Red Cap.
Exactly, bro. Relax. We need something first, bro. You guys are the kings of coming second, literally and figuratively.
Ooh.
No, hey. Well, I mean, since 1990, yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is what it is.
Finals and we joke. We bend over. That's what we do.
Well, I wouldn't say we choke. I mean, we get choke holded to the ground and we break our shoulder.
Bro.
We get choke holded by Sergio
gets a
Ramos,
needed. Yo,
because he should have got a red card and should have been banned from the game. But
Nope.
we got
why doesn't
chokehold
dude
and
Salah, bro? Why does he get hurt in like the most pivotal moments of the season?
Because he's a bitch.
how's
He's a
that been a
pussy.
bitch? He got kneed in the face, dude. Hey, what happened when you get? Hey, Al, what happened when did someone went for a corner and they hit you behind your ear? What happened?
That was in the corner kick.
Okay.
What
You
happened?
went down, they went to the surgery, and you were like out.
Because I got a kneecap to behind my ear, not a hip
You got
to the
you got
head.
kneecap behind the ear.
Pussy.
You got kneecap in the
Equilibrium.
forehead. So if he's a bitch,
Look,
so
anyway, man. Anyway, Hunters won. United won. McTominay agreed.
All right, Huss.
Very lucky goal here. Gets a deflection. I think Lussell should have done better. To be fair, they gave him the error too on who scored, which is I think pretty accurate. Definitely should have kick saved or got something onto that. But again, good for McTominay, man. Young United kid doing the work. But the rest of this team, I'll actually for once give Pogba a break here. I think Pogba played a good game.
Oh wow!
He hit the post twice. Dog, all I wanted from Pogba is just work. That's it. We know you're talented. Like Snacks, and you always try to spin it to where me and Al are like against his talent. We don't rate.
Nah, you are.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm against the man himself. I'm
He's not
against his
here.
personality.
The troll.
I'm here. What do you need from me?
Nothing.
Troll
Look,
toll.
dude,
Goddamn thing.
I get why you guys started the hair in here. Look,
No,
last
I feel like-
podcast. You know what I mean? Look, I gotta clean some shit up over here before the EPL season ends up. All right. So Armenia, number one. Look, Armenians, I love you. Okay, it's not perfect. All right. Number two, the Ozil leadership thing. You guys took me there. All right. I had to come to the fucking back. I had to support. You know what I mean?
Ozil
Stand up. Look, in my right mind, I know he's not a leader. This is something I can only do with Snacks not on.
5 captains.
Okay.
That must have been in his contract or something. There's no reason for him to be a captain.
No,
Ozil
none at
sucks.
all. None. And the last thing is that the hair. You guys are going through contract negotiations with him. I thought he was closer to signing with United to where you could bench him. These are sensitive times. He's walking on thin ice.
Exactly.
So was the club. So you got to.
So what do you do, Tom? So what do you do, Tom? What do you do, son?
Got to
Play the
tuck
guy?
your tail. Solskjaer, you got to tuck it, son. Everybody got to eat some grub if you want to keep their hair.
Sounds like he's an ass.
But if you look at the goal in this game, he's the kick save specialist. It went right underneath him, bro. Like, where's the confidence gone?
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you saying that, look, we're used to a normal De Gea. Normal De Gea from like 6 months ago saves that. Legitimate. But the thing is, look at the defending in front of him. Someone runs up with a flying knee. Who runs up to a flying knee? Ooh, it's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon over here. Just defend the ball.
Hey, back to Tom's point, man.
And deflect it back so De Gea can get that ball with his hands.
Tom, back to your point, man. It went through his legs. Yeah, it was a breakaway. You know, it was a 1v1. It's not like it was a tight angle. It was a 1v1. And I mean, earlier against Spurs, my boy Dele Alli, bring him up again. He had a breakaway against United when De Gea had like 1,000 saves. Breakaway, he made the save near post. Again, this one, man, Luke Shaw. I mean, he did this. I don't know if it was Champions League. Who the hell he did this against? Same move. Bounces. He has no right foot, so he goes to the left foot. Yep. Can't even just put your chest into it. Yep. Get your body on it. Just do something.
Say it with your chest.
At it. Dude, the guy, I can't stand Luke Shaw for a lot. He's a guy who needs someone behind him to push him further. I want him fighting into the first team. I want him being a consummate starter on this team.
I'm with you 100%, man. You know? I think Luke Shaw, you need a guy actually who's in front of him and have Luke Shaw chase. Not necessarily Luke Shaw lead and have someone chase him. It's gotta be
Luke Shaw is not. He should be on number one. He should. I mean, I like him. I think he's a good player. I think he was way overpaid at $30 million at 18 years old. I mean, I think it was a stupid purchase.
Well,
and that's like we have to play him.
But that's revisionist history, man. At the time, everyone wanted this kid. Everyone wanted him.
I don't even recall him at Southampton at the time.
He was a hot prospect. Just he kept getting injured, bro.
Don't forget the injury that he had. That's a freak injury that he had with the broken.
Hey, I understand that. I'm saying as a player now, he's recovered from those injuries, and who he is now is just—it's not enough for United. It's not enough for me, at least. You know,
United fans are trying to figure out what to do with themselves because they don't have a 10 out of 10 goalie anymore. They have a 9 out of 10 goalie, and those type of goals go in on a 10 it's like 9 out of 10 goalie. 10 out of 10 makes that save, and that's what they has been for the last 6 years. He's been wiping your butts for the last 6 years.
He has, just like Virgil.
Yeah. Now you got some dingleberries hanging down. You're like, oh, it's itchy in here. It's itchy in here. Oh, who's gonna get those for me? De Gea, where are you with your gloves?
Take him
what? He's not there all the time. 9 out of 10, baby.
Goalie in the world. I would still take De Gea over any goalie in the world.
Of course.
You're confusing the form, the lack of form, with the lack of class.
But I wouldn't take De Gea now over De Gea 2 years ago.
Okay, that's your call.
That's what I'm saying. He's not 10 out of 10 anymore.
You're judging De Gea on his last, 5 games? So
last 2 months. Last 2 months.
Sure, let's say 2 months.
And he had some other hiccups throughout the year. He's a 9 out of 10 goalie.
2 months of errors. We'll give you 2 months, whatever you need to get over it.
Human now, man.
He's barely human now. He's barely human, I think.
No.
He's still.
When you go like 4 games in a row making errors,
that's all it takes. You can have 4 years of being the best player at your club. You make 4 games, all of a sudden you fall off. Look,
how is this goal an error, by the way? It's
no, this goal's not an error. We're just saying that if this is peak De Gea makes the save, and if he doesn't, all right, then we can overlook it. It just seems to come at a bad time.
Well, it's not a bad time.
Everyone focuses on the negative of De Gea. Last week, when he let in that weak goal, who shot it? Rudiger shot it, right?
Yeah.
At the end of that game, he literally has a punch save at point blank against Higuain. No one brings that up.
No, I remember that. I saw it, but that wasn't like a special save. It was a good save.
It was a special save. Literally, he punched the ball.
No. And Kape, remember, Higuain went to go dink that over.
And he did.
So he didn't hit it with power. It wasn't one of those shots where it's like he has to use his athleticism or sprawl out. It was good goalkeeping. Not a special save. Good goalkeeping, no doubt. But dude, we judge goalies, right? Like goalies are supposed to be stable. So when you make an error, it's a big deal. When you make 4 in a row, 2 in a row is okay.
Well, I'm not even saying that he's a horrible goalie. All I'm saying is right now, he's almost highlighting how good he was the last 5-6 years. And I'm telling you right now that United has relied on him making that save for the last 5 years, 6 years. And all I'm saying is that he's not 100% perfect anymore.
All I'm saying
he's a 9 out of 10 goalie, which is still extremely good and still probably the best in the world. But I'm saying is right now the United fans like, oh, what do we do?
If you don't take De Gea, who are you taking?
No, I already said I'm still taking De Gea over everyone, but it's just that
we're talking in service here, man. He's a 9 out of 10. He's a 10 out of 10.
Above everyone else.
What does it matter?
You still at the end of the day, let's call him 9 out of 10 if that makes you happy. Sure, 9 out of 10.
No, what I'm
it
saying
makes him happy. He's 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
All the goalies in the world.
There was a huge gap between De Gea and everyone else. Now there isn't. And now United fans don't know what to do because it's like, we can't rely on the goalie. Before you could get away with it, but now you can't.
All right, let him talk then. You say your piece. Let him talk.
I was saying United knows what to do because literally Al and I last week said play this dude, keep playing him. And there was no calls to drop De Gea. All the defense came from outside of the media. You know what I mean? The pundits. That's fair.
I'm not talking about De Gea. I'm talking about you guys don't know what to do because you guys have been coasting off of him making unbelievable saves for the last 5-6 years. Like your defense has sucked for 5 years, 6 years. Now
Absolutely.
It's like, all right, guess what?
We just need to make a signing. Just like
time to pay the piper, dude.
What
That's what I'm saying is
what is Europa piper?
What I'm saying is that you guys are now. You've had 5 or 6 years to fix this back line, and you haven't. And now that he's getting older, and now he's a 9 out of 10 goalie rather than a 10 out of 10 goalie, these goals are going in.
All right, bro, we got you, man.
Can we stop talking about this pointlessness? We need to get defenders. De Gea is telling me the top 3 in the world for the next 5-6 years.
You guys have not invested for the last 5-6 years. That's what happened.
We have invested. It just hasn't come right, dude.
No shit. All right, what are you talking about? That we didn't sign anyone in the last 5 years? We know this.
We have Bailly, Lindelof, Delon.
Question, guys. Question.
Really? Those are that's what you're going to
just got it wrong. There's a difference.
Think about what you're saying right there, where all the other top teams are buying legitimate talent.
No, you bought Lovren, bro. You brought
Virgil van Dijk for a world record.
Yeah, Virgil, if finally you got it right. Just because you got it right recently.
Again, you're getting trapped
No,
in the
no, I'm
hustle,
not just
bro.
talking about Liverpool.
Trapped in the
Guess
hustle.
what? Liverpool has been not
Dude, all the
playing correctly
clubs
for about
we
20
make,
years.
we
I'm about to
make
hang up.
5 players. All right, fair
About to
enough.
hang
I'm
up.
saying Liverpool has, look, I
All
agree
right.
that Liverpool haven't bought right for like the last,
What do you-
18 years and 20 years. But the point I'm making is that United was coasting
We
with De
weren't
Gea and Ned. He was
We
covering up
weren't
so
coasting.
many
We
We
were
were
mistakes.
never
struggling.
coasting. When were we
No,
coasting?
I'm saying that De Gea covered up so many mistakes that you guys didn't say, "Hey, we need to go buy." Because if he was letting in those
We
goals,
literally did.
this
Jose
would have
said
happened.
it.
This would have happened 3 years ago, and Woodward would have had to spend.
No, Huss, the reason I'm not letting you get away with this is because you're wrong in this case. The facts say Jose literally at the start of the season said, "Hey man, we need 2 center backs." I came on the show and said, "Look, as much as Jose
I agreed with him. I agree with him too.
Yeah,
But I'm
but
saying, like, for the last 6 years since Sir Alex Ferguson has left, you guys been coasting off of De Gea defensively.
I haven't been coasting."
Yeah, I'm somewhat there. I see like kind of where Hustle's trying to go with it.
You got to
And
reinvest in the
you
defense.
thought your plays were good enough. I wouldn't call it coasting, because coasting is like to acknowledge that, like, all right, these guys aren't up to par, but fuck it, we'll just ride with them.
Exactly.
I think they thought, Phil Jones can do the job.
No.
Smalling will come through. All right. And then when that didn't work out, they're like, all right, let's reinvest and get Lindelof and buy young.
But Lindelof, that's really what you're going to reinvest in.
Well, it was
He was
young.
that third
It
center back.
was the wrong choice. So it was the wrong choice.
Yeah, but
Right?
still,
He's
it's
that
a
starter.
coasting. That's my point. To
That's
Tom's point,
coasting. Think you can get a third,
it's not
like a young.
coasting, dude.
But what I will say, what do you guys think of? What do you guys think of the Man United infatuation of bringing ex-Man U players back to the club in roles in which they're not qualified for through experience?
I hate it. I've never been a romantic as far as, oh, come back to the club and save us, just like Hollywood. Like even Ole, like I backed his signing because now he's the United guy, just like I backed Jose. I backed it. I trust that they did their homework. They know he's the right guy. But Tom is referring specifically to Mick Phelan and Rio Ferdinand getting linked with the technical director job. And we were in a text battle earlier with our buddy Wayno, and I was just like, I hate that shit. What is Rio Ferdinand, as much as he's a club legend, one of the best players, one of the best defenders of all time historically, what does he know about negotiating contracts? What does he know about scouting? What does he know about, dealing with agents, all that shit? Like, and he might know that stuff, since he's retired, he might have been working on that stuff. But has he ever taken a top 2 team or top 3 team in Europe and proved him? He hasn't, dude, as far as like technical director.
Well, no, so
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way.
One of the biggest clubs in the world.
I think it's good that you're bringing back players. Just don't give them roles. Let them be just like consultants. Just bring them in, and talk to the players. But don't put them in those positions, because if you look at Neville, sucked as a manager. You look at Roy Keane, sucked as a manager. Both really good players. But yet sometimes it doesn't transfer over to new jobs. You look at the NBA, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. They were 2 of the best players of all time. Sucked at executive positions. Sometimes a player does not progress into a executive position. And I think people literally go to school for those positions, so you give them that job. And then you seek advice.
You know what's funny?
I want them in that program, but just not those positions.
No, so they already do that.
Now, what do you think of this?
It's called the ambassador program, where you'll have like Dwight York showing up to, the bell in hand to watch the game with the fans. So like Ferdinand.
Well, I don't even mean that. I mean, come to the fields, talk to the players. If you want to run some training, if you want to play with the guys, yeah, that's fine. But you're not gonna be this dude in the suites. You're not gonna be one of those that's not how it works. You can't just play your way to the top right there. You got to be bigger than just football smarts right there. You have to know. There's so many more angles to the game nowadays.
I look at a parallel. I look at these 2 great franchises teams, Los Angeles Lakers, right, in the NBA, Manchester United in the English Premier League. They seem to have these parallels of the current owner of the Lakers is Jeannie Buss, who was the daughter of the original Dr. Buss, who storied the Lakers, winning multiple championships and all that. Then you look at Man United, multiple league titles, 2 European titles. These are great, like throughout the world. They sell a lot of jerseys, and even how that the Lakers are being run. Everything seems to be like if you were an ex-Laker or a buddy, or you played for the team, you come through. And they seem to be a dysfunctional, sort of franchise right now as far as the highest standard goes. And it's a similar thing with Man United. Like Ed Woodward is basically like, he's the money man. Like he's the go-to guy. You have no technical director of football. So it's an archaic way that you guys are trying to progress in 2019. And when I look at the competition, you guys keep falling behind.
If you're gonna bring guys back to the club like Paul Scholes or the Nevilles or Nicky Butt, who's now in charge of the youth academy, I think that's where they belong.
Exactly.
You keep guys who played in the club, keep them with the youth guys. You keep them in the grassroots. You keep them involved.
Maybe
they're ambassadors. They travel the world. Dennis Irwin's an ambassador. Like Tiki said, Dwight York. These are the guys you keep involved, but you don't put them in offices to discuss contracts. Like Rio Ferdinand has no business. Edwin van der Sar, I think it was linked. He's got no business. Like you keep it. Who's the guy? Tajiki Burkestein over there from Barcelona, went to Man City. He's the ace in the hole. Like he's the one who found Bernardo Silva. Yeah. He's the one who found all these guys for City who came out, cheap. Gabby Jesus was like 12 million pounds on the cheap. Ridiculous. Like all these inexpensive buys that proper educated men. Edward's a banker, doesn't know anything about the game. Couldn't tell a talented footballer from a tree. It's just the club's run backwards and it's run by Americans. So as the Arsenal man across from me can admit, Americans don't know how to run football club in Europe.
Yeah, man, it's Tom. You're right. You're 100% right. And when you say you guys aren't, you think you are, like that's where I get frustrated because I'm like literally, like the educated fans know we're not the Man United of old. Yes, there are arrogant fans out there who beat their chest and say,
"Those are the ones who killed me."
Yeah, but like so. Me, as I stand here, we're a club that literally failed to evolve. We're like the Roman Empire. We didn't evolve with the times. When everyone was getting a technical director, and at the time, I understand why we didn't, because we had David Gill and Alex Ferguson.
Well, Julius Caesar dipped on you.
Exactly. So as soon as they dipped, there should have been a guy ready to jump into a technical director role and split the position. So Ed Woodward is the new David Gill, where he manages the money of the club as well as transfers, which David Gill was able to do flawlessly. But I think it's because David Gill had a fucking god managing the team. So all Fergie had to do was say, hey, get me ABC. And all David Gill had to do was get ABC at whatever cost. Whereas now Woodward is a guy, or at least the position has evolved into a position where you need a guy with direction. That's why they call it a director, right? A technical director. Where's the football club going?
What's the philosophy? What is the philosophy?
How's our youth look in comparison to that philosophy? Are we getting the right players through so that when they turn 18, the manager can pluck one or two of them out? Kind of like City's doing right now with Foden and all these guys coming through.
Brahim Diaz,
exactly.
Sancho.
They're producing guys
big European clubs
going through their system. Exactly. So United got caught with their pants down and got caught being lazy and arrogant and basically saying, hey, what has worked for us for the last 25 years? And it happens to every major company. Kodak and Polaroid were the big, Polaroid, not Kodak. Polaroid was the biggest fucking film manufacturer in the world at some point, the biggest photographic company in the world. And they failed to evolve because they failed to see digital. This is what United is. We're at a crossroads, man. When I hear Snack say we're a big club, we are. Financially, we are. But it's only a matter of time. Now we're hitting that territory where we're just not going to be that big.
And Champions League, this is officially, so you guys, you're in Europa League next year, man. Officially, I think this will affect you.
I think so too.
Koulibaly's not coming.
What you said?
You're not getting Koulibaly.
They could still get him, but they have to just spend, like, you have to break records to get him, potentially, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, with Koulibaly, everyone's willing to break records for that, dude. You got Real Madrid in the middle of a rebuild right now. You got PSG always looking to strengthen. You got City and Liverpool. They're looking to strengthen the summer, especially Liverpool. They're definitely going to look for a center back. So, like, yes, we will be in those debates. But if any of those big dogs comes in, we'll probably lose that player, man, no matter how much money we put on the table, because those players have ambition too. To be fair, to give Snacks his point some strength, last time we were in this position, we signed world-class talent. I think it's not the same thing, because back then it was still that whole promise thing that, oh, United is just 1 or 2 signings away. Now you see it. We fired Jose Mourinho, a winning coach. Obviously, you know, he comes with his drama. But, like, now we're in that position where it's starting to smell desperate at Man United. And our best player, quote, doesn't even really want to be here. Kind of does, kind of doesn't. So it's like, how's Koulibaly going to feel about coming into this mess? Is he going to want to play here when Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City are offering contracts? That's where Snacks and I differ. But to be fair,
but that's why I think it's important you keep Pogba. Like, you don't need to keep Pogba. You could easily, especially if he's valued at 200 mil, then I'd say, all right, sell him. 200 mil, that's a fortune right there. But
that's
they're looking for, like, just to recover that 100 mil.
No. They're selling for profit. No one, including me, when I say sell Pogba, it's not at any cost. It's sell him for a profit. They quoted the price this week to Real Madrid, 212 million, I think, pounds or euros. I can't remember.
That's a lot. That's
212 is his number. But the difference with Pogba, he's like Neymar in that he comes with a revenue machine. Everyone's going to buy Pogba jerseys.
No doubt.
Everyone's going to follow him on Instagram. So the clubs will recoup, kind of like CR7 at Juventus. As far as like the money they paid for him and as far as week to week, they're losing, but they make that up with all the jersey sales and the revenue. So that's what Pogba brings. That's what I'm saying. You can sell him now at 200 mil and, you know, bring in two other players who are going to help us in that rebuild. The issue with Pogba is that
three
talent around him. Well, with that 200 mil, you can only get like 2 or 3 players. You know, I mean, obviously we need more.
Yeah, how much is Wijnaldum is what I'm saying. You know, Wijnaldum's doing the job over there at Liverpool for the last 2 years. Quietly understated center mid, plays on the right side of center mid, plays in the middle. The guy does the job, and he didn't cost nothing. Like,
well, you guys got Fred. You don't need him. You got Fred.
Grade A, top, proven talent. Fred.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dude, one of the best things to come of this whole season is that after the Huddersfield game, Ole came out and said that you know, there's a lot of plays you saw today. He even said this before, but he said after the Huddersfield game, a lot of plays you saw today, even like that 11 and that the subs came on, you'll never see them again.
Yeah.
Talking to Alexis Sanchez, possibly.
I love that though.
But I mean, but that's what I love to see, man. I don't care that I'm in Europa. I don't care that we're in Europa because we need to, just scrap the team almost to the studs, get the dead weight out, and rebuild at all costs, man. Give it 3 years, whatever. Who cares? It's gonna take time. Do it right this time. You know, get the youth players in. I think in the last game of the season, Ole's gonna play in the entire youth academy. Get Chong in there for a start. Get all these guys. Who cares? Just play the youth. Play the academy players because no one else wants to be there. And why don't just get a result in Matchday 38?
Mason Greenwood.
Yeah, man.
Get Mason Greenwood involved, man. I don't care. There's nothing to lose now.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely need to do like just a United special for the United fans out there. Jump on Arsenal. No one cares about Liverpool, so you can relax us.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. They're winning.
Yeah, second place, man. Fucking cucked out every time.
And where are you guys?
Dude, we're not second.
You're not third. You're not fourth.
Moral victory, man. In the last 10 years, we still have more silverware. Actually, since Fergie left, we still have more silverware. So, like,
for now,
you want to play moral? Let's play moral.
Yeah, you guys. Okay, since Fergie left, yeah, you had a few years where you coasted off of Fergie, and then you got a top manager that won you covered.
Coasted? What do you?
He coasted off of Fergie.
I had 2 managers, and when Jose came in, he won 2 trophies that year. Where's the coasting there, bro? We fired 2 managers before. There's no
coasting off the fact that when so Alex Ferguson was there, where did Pogba go in the academy? United. If he did not go to the academy United, he would not be there. And by the way, by signing Jose, you also got Zlatan. Without Zlatan, without and without Pogba, you don't win the Europa.
If I had wings, I would fly, bro. Let's play the F. If I had wings, I'd fly.
Well, actually, I don't know if you would. I don't know. I haven't seen the size of your wings.
Fucking spinning out, trying to kill us here. Anything else we got to say before we wrap up? Like
yes.
Quick. Is done.
I'm going to talk about the 3rd through 6th real quick. I'm just going to talk about the drop points they've had. By the way, relegated teams.
Make it quick.
Yeah, well, relegated teams: Cardiff, Fulham, Huddersfield. Before today, versus the top 6, 0-0-34. Well, Huddersfield versus United, 0-1-0. But okay, just that's a little fun one. But drop points in the last 11 matches. So Chelsea in the last 11 matches are 6-3-2. They've dropped 12 points. Spurs 3-1-7. They've dropped 23 points.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Arsenal 5-2-4, 16 points, and United 4-3-4, 18 points. I didn't do out the math. What is that? 20, 30, 53, 59, 69 points.
Let me show you
69 points. Those 4 teams have dropped in the last 11 matches.
Yeah, no, it's shocking, dude. They didn't. None of
They've
those
been turned upside down.
None of those teams are in fourth place. It's fucking embarrassing.
All right, real quick, some nuggets. Yo, Luka Jovic officially signs with Madrid. They agreed to terms, I should say.
You mean the guy that's going to beat Chelsea, so you can't get into? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, 21-year-old striker here, plays with Frankfurt. Should be a good purchase. And then Man City potentially pondering the sale of Leroy Sané. So Mad Nuggets coming at you.
Told you there was a fucking issue on the training ground there, man.
Hey,
The
man.
talent is undeniable.
Fuck with Pep. So,
How much? Did they say how much?
I do, but I don't. No, they didn't. They haven't quoted Sané yet. I've been saying I think he needs to go to Bayern. They have aging wingers. He's German. He'd fit perfectly there. Bundesliga is similar to EPL.
Question is that a step down for him? Not as far as club to club, but as far as league, bro. As far as league, Sané should go, in my opinion, should go to Spain. He should go to Spain. That's where he belongs. That's where
where's he gonna get burned?
Madrid.
Right at Madrid. They're struggling for a left wing.
I would maybe buy Sané over there. Hazard.
Young Vinicius coming up, and then so if you get
Vinicius, yeah.
If you get like a Sané, I'd rather if I'm Madrid, I'd get a more established person at wing, especially with the young Vinicius there. You know, Barcelona's got wingers on days, Dembele, Malcolm, all these guys. So Atleti, does he fit there? Tommy Lamar struggled there. I mean, I really think that Bayern is the best chance to go to a big club and get playing time.
Agree. Yeah. I 100% agree with that. You're right.
Juventus?
100%. But as far as his
look, there's no doubt the EPL is a better league.
What about Juventus?
No doubt.
What about Juventus? If Juventus gets rid of Dybala, if Juventus get rid of Dybala, what about that?
Again, that's a step down in that, sure, you'll be on a top club that's fighting for Champions, but you might as well go to PSG if you're going to Bayern. You know what I mean? You're just going to win the league year in, year out.
No doubt.
So, you're going to I think Sané, for me, is a potential to arguably be in that Ballon d'Or conversation.
If he gets playing time, and that's the main thing we need to focus on. Where's he going to play?
That's why I said Juventus. If he goes to Juventus, he's going to Champions League. He's with CR7. If they sell Dybala, he's obviously going to get some burn too, and they'll have the cash flow. But if Mane actually end up going to Madrid, I would love for Liverpool to spend and see if they can get Sané. They may not sell to him but maybe they can work out some deals. Say, look, we give you Sterling, so please give us Sané.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Please.
La La Land today. So many if statements, but all right. Anything else?
Nah, thank you, man. Definitely check us out on Facebook, Twitter,
City
Instagram, all that. Give us some likes. Yeah, man. And again, sorry for the technical difficulties, yo.
City,
y'all hanging
did we do predictions for tomorrow's game, City?
City wins. I mean, what else?
Stumbles are on. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Leicester, Vardy, and Javi Bonds?
I swear to God,
fellas, put some money on it. I'm tired of you guys just talking ass. Put some money on it. Leicester, Stumbles are on. That's what I thought.
I already put some money.
Whoa. When did I ever say? When did I ever say? No, Tom, yeah, but I never said that they're going to win. I love the idea of them competing, but I'm just imagine Vardy making magic happen. But it's just not. I truly don't think it's going to happen. I think that City's going to win the league tomorrow because then they go see Brighton. I don't think it's going to happen.
I took a ride over to Rhode Island, Twin River Casino. Put some money on it, son. Put 100 on it. Upset City. Let's go, Leicester.
You didn't have to go all the way to Twin River. You could have just done it online.
Well, no, but that's where it's legal and you can feel old school about it. I can get a bookie and all that.
Look some horses.
This is a crash landing, guys. Absolute crash landing. Thank you guys for speaking with us. Snacks, suck it, bruv.